Grand Rising. Today is Saturday, January 28th, 1442 on the ancient moon calendar, 1443 on the ancient sun calendar, and 2023 on the Greco-Roman civil calendar. Misra, United States of America, Jamaica, Moorish National Republic, Federal Government, Societas Republicae e Americanos, Moorish Divine and National Movement of the Earth, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, North America, the North Gate, all adjoining islands, Temple of the Moon and Sun, the true and de jure natural peoples, heirs to the land. Islam, Universal Sovereign Original Indigenous Ancient Natural Divine, Quoranto Mandamus Restitutio Minimus. Mitimus, Public Service Announcement and Fiduciary Appointment. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Misra, Empire, Government. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3 Moorish American Moroccan Universal Court action. We are the sovereign living justice in capitis diminutio nolo in red ink in propria persona sui juris in proprio solo and in proprio heredes. I am sovereign living justice Sharon Ann Piet Johnson. My sovereign living appellation of nobility is Shasha Ande, and my sovereign living matrimonial appellation is Sharon Ann Martini. All are in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo and in proprio heredes. All Moors are the original indigenous sovereign ancient Moroccan Moorish American ascendants of the great Pharoahs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign, ancient empire state for Morocco, and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Washington District for Columbia, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. Today we are executing and exercising the law by our sovereign capacity, which is the original indigenous natural divine sovereign ancient Article 3 living United States District for Columbia Court, and we are the sovereign fiduciaries, secured creditors, executors, trustees, ministers, possessors, and title beneficiaries in this cause for action. We are peace, we are one nation, one state, one empire, and one God. We hereby accept our sovereign ascension, issue a universal creditors' bill for possession, 9/10 of the law, and custody, 1/10 of the law, over all judgment debtors. We exercise all sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro. 2 Corinthians 13:1. In the mouths of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Isaiah 33:22. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, it is he who will save us. Whereas no foreign, private, for-profit, criminal, human trafficking, United States Corporation Company, or United States Corporation Company citizen has personam jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, nor territorial jurisdiction over me or any Moorish American national. I am, and all Moors are, the law and the government. My body, all land, and all property are in the jurisdiction of my ancestral inherited estate at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. Whereas on May 18, 1438, 2018, the Moorish American Moroccan Article 3 Consular Court system was reactivated earthwide. Our sovereign Moorish American Consular Court actions are on the public record and will continue to be placed on the public record. Whereas the universal sovereign original, indigenous, natural divine people who are the sovereign empire state of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government placed a universal commercial Code 1 lien on the foreign, private, for-profit, criminal, human trafficking United States Corporation Company, which includes all government of, state of, subdivisions, the U.S. Federal Reserve, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, on August 3, 1438, 2018, on the Greco-Roman calendar. Nunc pro tunc, terminating all of its commerce. Governments descend to the level of a mere private corporation and take on the characteristics of a mere private citizen, where private, corporate, commercial paper, Federal Reserve notes, and securities, checks, is concerned. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities entirely separate from government. Clearfield Trust Company versus United States 318 U.S. 363-371-1942. See also Perry versus United States 294 U.S. 330-381 of 1935, 79L, ED 912. Whereas all law is specific, additional liens were placed on the foreign private for-profit, criminal human trafficking United States Corporation Company, subdivisional entity, Government of Jamaica, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof. Whereas you, Andrew Holness, doing business as Prime Minister, Government of Jamaica, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, were commanded to appear before our sovereign living Moorish American, Moroccan Article 3 Court, September 15, 1442, 2022, at 4:33 post-meridian Eastern Standard Time, to state your name and nationality for the Moorish American people, who are the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, and for the record. You failed to appear and or respond point for point. And that's on the public record, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, public record, https ://youtu period be/m42y9xf4t capital I capital U. It's on YouTube, Shasha Ande. Whereas silence is acquiescence, therefore those who do not speak when commanded have consented to our universal sovereign jurisdictional authority by way of sovereign ex parte action. All United States Corporation Company persons are subject to this justice and all subsequent justice and commands by this court. Our sovereign government rulings are the supreme law for our land, even in matters ex parte. Whereas the foreign private for-profit criminal human trafficking United States Corporation Company subdivisional entity, Government of Jamaica, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, has been found guilty of unlawful occupation on our sovereign original indigenous ancient ancestral lands by the supreme justices, who are the living de jure Moorish American Article 3 Consular Court. Whereas your failure to answer and produce the above evidence constitutes default, and serves as your admission by silence to the collusive actions of misprision of treason, and deprivation of rights, deprivation of property, land, etc., under colour of authority, colour of office, and colour of law. Whereas all of your commerce and that of all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof is hereby terminated by way of sovereign universal commercial code 1 lien. Whereas we are not a part of the capitalism system, all systems are subject to us. All who choose to live and breathe on our land are subject to us, and shall obey all sovereign commands by us, and no public office nor property shall be held by said consenting subjects. Whereas all United States Corporation Company persons, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, and any and all derivatives thereof, are bound by the Constitution for the United States, 1789 and 1791. Article 1, Section 8 for the Constitution states, Congress shall regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the separate states within the Indian tribes. Whereas all fraud has been removed from our sovereign resources, and all on our land is a resource for use by the sovereign Moorish American government at our will, as we are the sovereign creditors to all nations on earth. Whereas all land or property or natural resources or commerce on our own vast estate, which has never been, nor will it ever be, abandoned, is in the sovereign possession and control of the sovereign, living, original, indigenous, natural, divine, sentient, flesh and blood heirs, the Asiatic African tribes of the earth, whom are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the Moorish American Moroccan Article 3 Consular Court. Whereas all land at America is ancient ancestral burial land, as all was hidden and is now revealed to all. Whereas the gold-backed de jure United States Treasury has been re-implemented and reactivated, all public works and programs are reinstated, and all public utilities are prepaid by the people, whom are the ancient empire state for Morocco. Whereas the United States National Trust programs to aid, assist, and benefit Moorish American nationals and our subjects ipso jure have been activated and will continue to be activated on our land at all territories on our own vast estate. Whereas Andrew Holness, former custodian in the office of Prime Minister, your resignation has been accepted, copy attached as Exhibit A, death certificate copy attached as Exhibit B. We thank you for your service. Whereas the Moorish American flag, the mother flag, the flag for all of Midgard, which is a red canopy with the green 5-point star, will fly at all territories on our land. We proclaim the whole earth as our vast province, estate, and inheritance. Whereas the Provost Marshal has been notified. All sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, divine, Moorish American autographs affirming this and all sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient empire state of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government documents are on the public record at America, ancient Morocco, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, the North Cape, Turtle Island, Al-Morocco, Morocco, Maghrib al-Aqsa, Gaia, Midgard, Earth. Chronos, time immemorial, into perpetuity. Ego sum, Sovereign Chief Justice Sharon Ann Piet Johnson, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in proprio persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. Justice Vizier, Minister. Exhibit A, Office of the Prime Minister, March 21, 2022, United States for America, Honorable Chief Justice Sharon Piet Johnson, care of Calabash Bay, Postal Annex, Federal Plains, St. Elizabeth, Cornwall County, Jamaica, Ancient Jamaica, Republic Territorio. Regarding United States fiduciary appointment to all office holders. This letter serves as notification and affirmation that the Chief Justice Sharon Ann Piet Johnson accepts the appointment and titles of Prime Minister and Fiduciary Officer for the Government of Jamaica, in accordance with United States law, the Constitution for the United States, 1789 and 1791, the Bankruptcy Act of 1933, the Emergency Banking Act of 1933, House Joint Resolution 192 of 1933, U.S. Department of Justice Tax Non-Obligated Law, AA 222141, for all commerce, Supreme Court rulings and opinions, and all other applicable federal and state laws. It is the fiduciary's responsibility to take control of, marshal all assets comprising an estate or trust, especially when a fiduciary assumes office at the grantor's or testator's death. The prerequisite to immediate access of certain accounts is the fiduciary providing a court affidavit of authorization and producing a death certificate. Additionally, any person to whom the office of fiduciary of any state is so transferred shall, for all the purposes of this action, become and are deemed to be the trustee for the state in lieu of the person from whom the office was transferred, who shall be deemed to have resigned that office. The bearer of this letter is entitled to 100% immediate reimbursement or discharge on all commercial obligations and transactions, with national identification bearing the United States Department of State Tax Non-Obligated Public Law, AA 2221, as stated by the original indigenous Moorish American state. All financial instruments presented by the original indigenous American people that are properly autographed with 2 signatures, one of which shall be from the Office of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, the other autograph from the bearer of this letter, shall be honored in accordance with the stated laws and the power and authority vested in the office of the Prime Minister of Government of Jamaica. All authorities, duties, responsibilities, and benefits for the office of the Prime Minister are hereby transferred. It has been an honor to serve. Sincerely, Andrew Holness, Prime Minister. Exhibit B from the Office of the President, July 4th, 1776, regarding United States Corporation Company death certificate and all agents, principals, heirs, assigns, and any and all derivatives thereof. Deceased person information, name of deceased, United States Corporation Company, and all agents, principals, heirs, assigns, and any and all derivatives thereof. Date of death, July 4th, 1776. Place of death, Washington, D.C., North America. Cause of death, natural causes. Living natural person, Sharon Ann Piet Johnson, President and Chief Medical Examiner. Former custodian, Joseph R. Biden, Jr. With that, this sovereign justice stands as law. This sovereign justice is complete. And in the language of our ancestors, Amen, Amen, dico vobis quaecumque allega veritas super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solveritas super terram erunt soluta. Amen, Amen, dico vobis quaecumque allega veritas super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solveritas super terram erunt soluta. Amen, Amen, dico vobis quaecumque allega veritas super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solveritis super terram erunt soluta, et in caelo. Court is adjourned. Malembe Yezola. Peace and love.